know this patch has been controversial, but some people wanted it to go back to fades and less bump steals, and some people wanted the game to stay the same as it is now. But one thing I can tell you, this new patch turned my 6'10" lockdown build into a demigod. I'm talking about I'm getting steals left and right, and I ain't talking about the little fake steals where people bump into. I'm talking about steals, and I'm in them lanes like Tory. On top of that, we got legend posterizer. We can ISO up, we can cook up, and yet we still can shoot the 3-ball and solid at the mid-range. But the one that I'm gonna show you is gonna be even better at the mid-range. We got 2 versions that I'm gonna show you today. I'm gonna show you the one that I made, which I actually made this like 3-4 weeks ago before the patch. And then I hadn't put it out because I wasn't as confident in it at the time because it wasn't playing defense I want, because nobody could play defense back at that time. But then I came out with this new version of it, with shooting being a little harder, so you have a little bit more shooting. Actually, you have a lot bit more shooting on here, and you still have all the high defensive stats, making this build a lot down and still slashing legend posterizer if you want it. So I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Hit that like button for the boy, man. Hit that sub button if you're digging the vibes, and let's get into the builder. Now, this is my version of the build that I actually made, and as you can see, we went from a 89 driving dunk to a 96 driving dunk. We got the 83 ball. We didn't upgrade the mid-range, but I'm still able to hit mid-range, as y'all probably seen in some of the clips that I done showed. We still got the ball handling, the pass accuracy. We got defense. You see the defense, 82, 80, 82, and 84. So we're doing amazing on defense. And then on top of that, we got rebounding now. Once I get another cap breaker for next season, it's gonna be a 92 rebound. I actually kind of messed up, not gonna lie. I forgot, if you see the cap breakers on the vertical, I forgot to put the vertical back up, messing with cap breakers to an 85. So I end up having to use the 2 cap breakers, but it's fine. And I'm still snagging rebounds. Like I say, I'm the power forward, but yeah, sometimes I still, you know how the centers is. Centers are always stretched out to the corner. So the power forwards really need to rebound more in this game. But like I say, I fixed all this and I made this build better on the next version. Okay, now on this new version, and hold on, I forgot, my bad. Let me move this stream record. Listen, we be going crazy on the streams. Y'all need to come to the stream, check it out, boy. We be going crazy. But you can put this build at power forward or even small forward. Now, I love a rebounding small forward, so that's a good option. And on top of that, you got perimeter defense and stuff like that. But like I say, this version that I got went power forward, and I think it is a better power forward. But like I say, you can put it wherever you want to. Power forward, 6'10", 225 to weight. We still get the 94 D board, and the big thing and the big difference is on this one, we're able to get an 82 perimeter defense, 7'3" wingspan. Because you go 7'3" wingspan, you can't get a 96 driving dunk. Driving dunk, me playing on this build with the driving dunk, you'll be fine with 93 and then max plus 1 it or max plus 2 it to Hall of Fame or legend. You'll be just fine. Like dunking is not as, dunking just go crazy regardless in this game. So here's the full build. Since we lowered the wingspan, we were able to go 82, but the way I got the cap breakers, I know y'all seeing, I told y'all we got more shooting, and it's not just this 82. The way the cap breakers worked on this version is absolutely crazy. Now, 85 driving dunk. With cap breakers, we're gonna be able to get this up to 93 or whatever. So you're gonna be able to see that one. The defense, matter of fact, let me put the badges up. I always forget to bring the badges up. Defense, we got an 82 now, so this allows you to get Challenger on silver. Now, some people are confused about how Challenger works. Challenger does not allow you to get higher contest percentages. No, Challenger makes it harder for the person with the same contest percentage to green. So somebody who doesn't have Challenger will be able to green easier with a 10% contest compared to somebody who does have Challenger with a 10% contest. So I cleared that up for y'all. Now, we did go a little less on interior defense because we already get that gold off-ball pest, so we didn't need the 85 or whatever to get Hall of Fame. Or we couldn't get that 85 perimeter defense or 87 perimeter defense to get Hall of Fame. So we don't, the 85 interior defense gives you gold off-ball pass, but since we got it already with the perimeter, you don't need it. Now, we got the 82, I told about that. We got an 88 block. Now, after this patch, interior defense and block has been going crazy. Like, I get so many blocks now, it is crazy. You just be in a good position. So higher block builds are actually gonna be better now. So that's why I went with this 88 block block. You can be able to chase down people a lot better and actually get blocks. On top of that, still got the silver paint patroller that you can max +1 to max +2 to go to Hall of Fame and go crazy. Now we got the 89 again rebound, offensive rebound. If you in right position, just because of the badges and whatever, you max +1 to max +2, you can be good. But you can go to gold 92, or you can go all the way up to 94, where you can max +1, max +2, your box out beast and your rebound chaser. Now you got legend on both. Speed, agility are all faster. You got 78 speed, 78 agility, 84 strength. The strength allows you to get strong handles on Hall of Fame. Now, strong handles don't work as good as it did last year, but it's still a solid badge to have. And then you get the 83 vertical, so you can still have Hall of Fame pogo stick, and you get contact dunks and stuff like that. Now, the one thing that I would say on this build that you can change around, now you're gonna see the cap breaker screen when I show you, but this will not affect your cap breaker. If you want to go to a 79 steel, because it doesn't affect your badges where you get glove at silver and interceptor at silver, you can do that and then use those two to get your break starter now to gold. So when you get rebounds, because you're gonna get rebounds, you can throw better full court passes or whatever. I still throw amazing passes with my 85 on the build that I have, but this will help you even more. And then on top of that, you still got more attributes for your free throw. So instead of a 74, you can have a 79. So that's preference to the person. It's up to you, whichever one you want, but the name does change. So I'm gonna show y'all the name for the version with the steel. Now the one with the steel is called the Edge Enforcing Stretch Slasher. As you see, Evan Mobley, Andre Kirilenko, and Anthony Davis, which is some amazing stuff. AK-47, y'all don't know nothing about that. Now, if we go back and we change the steel now to be 79, which I still think 79 is valid, and you get more free throw. For my people who might struggle with free throws, I'll be greening free throws like crazy, even with low like 70 free throw. I might actually make a build with like a 65, 62 to see if I can still green it the same with the free throw that I use, Kevin Durant. But with this one, the name of the build is a two-way inside-out playmaker. So whichever one you want, if you wanted the name specifically, or if you want a little more pass accuracy, a little or more steal, you can go with this one. Now let me show y'all the cap breakers. Okay, here go the cap breakers. Now I have 10 right now, and we'll have 11 once we hit the next season. I still have 3 more cap breakers that I gotta get for my starter 5, but I got a little bit of time before I get to that. But what I have now with the 10, I am using my shooting specialization. Because I need, you need more of those badges. For the most part, you need more of those badges for most people, rather than the rest of the badges over here. So, and it's easier to grind out. So with the shooting specialization, I got the 2 cap breakers because I unlocked my shooting specialization. And so now I'll put 2 cap breakers on here, and then 1 more cap breakers of this 8 cap breakers right here. And this actually gives me an 85 mid-range. So with the 85 mid-range, now you get silver dead-eye. So now you got 82 3-ball, 85 mid-range, you get silver dead-eye, and you actually can shoot mid-range shots and fades way better than I can on mine. I can still hit them, but I don't feel a whole bunch of confident with it because that 70 is still a little lower, especially after the patch. With the drive and dunk, we get 4 cap breakers to get to a 93. That's 8 point plus 85, that's 93. Listen, I can count. I can't really talk, but I can count. So now that's 7 cap breakers right there, and then the last 3 cap breakers for my 10 is to this defensive rebound. But to be honest with you, you really only need 3 cap breakers to make this build where you want to start playing on it like that. And that's for the 92 rebound, since you're a power forward, so you can be able to get rebounds. Really, you can play this regular. And then from there, if you want to wait to get your mid-range, you can, or you can go 3 right there. That's 5 cap breakers to go get the mid-range, and then you can take your time building up the drive and dunk, because 85 drive and dunk is good. Now let me show y'all my jump shot that I've been using for that build, but you actually be able to use a different jump shot, because mine only had an 80 3-pointer. Now you'll have an 85, but I'll still show y'all the jump shot that I was using. Now this is the jump shot. You only need a 79 mid-range or a 79 3-ball to use this jump shot. It is fast. You see it's an A-, but it does move up pretty fast. As Danny Wolf jump shot, LaMarcus Aldridge, Sam Perkins. Y'all see it right here. I like this jump shot. It is a nice jump shot. The base is solid. I like the base. Like I said, I couldn't get my Michael Porter Jr., but you will be able to put Michael Porter Jr. onto this jump shot right here and use it. But yeah, listen, that's the build, man. Like I say, with the way the patch is, people can't just dribble around and stuff. That's why I was hesitant to give y'all the build first, because I had the build sitting on the shelf, but I didn't want to give it out because I was like, man, I wanted to make this like a 6'10" lockdown, but you can't really lock down nothing because everybody just running and fading all over the place. People dribble in your face. You can't get a steal, a bump steal, or nothing like that. Now I know bump steals a little bit overpowered, but listen, we need a little balance. And listen, the guards and stuff had their day. Listen, you can let the lockdowns have theirs for this season and then change it, you know, adjust it a little bit so it can go back to where it probably should be going into season 3. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming through again. Hit that like button if you didn't, and if you digging the vibes, you want to subscribe, man, hit that subscribe button. We should be streaming now, or we might be streaming up until the next day. I don't know exactly when I'm gonna release this, but appreciate y'all coming through, man, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later.